In this movie, influencers must reach 1 million followers to secure sponsorships and live their dream lives. However, behind the flashy facade lies a chilling truth. The story begins in a vibrant city in Thailand, where two young influencers, Chloe and her friend Jane Pfizer, are enjoying a lively nightclub. Both boast over 1 million followers on the Fame app. Amid the fun, Chloe receives a text from a sponsor inviting her to discuss a collaboration. Realizing it could be risky to go alone, Chloe decides to take Pfizer with her to a yacht. Tragically, this would be the last time anyone saw her. Meanwhile, back in South Dakota, USA, Carissa Dennis, a beautiful young woman with just 1,000 followers, works on her father's struggling horse farm. After snapping a quick selfie for her account, her younger sister Charlotte, who has 6,000 followers, criticizes her post for being dull. Determined to help, Charlotte teaches Carissa how to take better shots. At dinner, their father reveals troubling news. His back surgery has left them deep in debt, $400,000 to be exact. With no choice but to take a warehouse job, he worries about the farm's future. Carissa, eager to help, offers to find a job and pitch in. Charlotte promises to manage the farm, even if it means quitting school. Carissa searches for jobs online, but feels hopeless about the low pay. Charlotte, brimming with ideas, checks Carissa's account and notices her latest post has over 700 likes. She encourages Carissa to use hashtags and tag popular influencers like Jack of Spades, who has 23 million followers. Though skeptical, Carissa tags Jack and posts a photo with her guitar. The next morning, Carissa wakes up to an astonishing surprise. Her followers have skyrocketed to over 7,000, and she has a direct message from Jack of Spades. Jack praises her content and invites her to join him and his friends in Thailand. To prove his authenticity, Jack sends a picture holding up 3 fingers after asking her to pick a number. Carissa, thrilled yet cautious, shares the news with her family. Charlotte is ecstatic, but their father is hesitant, fearing a scam. Carissa pleads, emphasizing the opportunity to clear their debt. Reluctantly, he agrees. Jack arranges for a limo to pick her up the next day. When the day arrives, her family bids her an emotional goodbye, urging her to stay safe. At the Thailand airport, Carissa misses a poster of missing influencer Jane Pfizer near the security area. Instead, she's too excited and engrossed in texting her sister. Suddenly, a stranger bumps into her, Jenner, an influencer with 800,000 followers. He reveals he was also invited by Jack. Together, they meet Malcolm Vex, also known as Miami, a charismatic influencer with over 1 million followers. Miami drives them to a luxurious villa. Carissa is awestruck by the villa and the sheer number of influencers. However, before she can snap a photo, Fiona, a senior influencer, announces that no photos are allowed inside the villa. She collects everyone's phones, explaining that every image posted must align with sponsor guidelines. Jack reassures the group, introducing himself as the host and revealing that their main sponsor, VP Vodka, funds everything. To ensure everyone's safety, they are given wristbands for tracking. Despite feeling out of place, Carissa confides in Jack, who promises to guide her through the process. Miami later explains that influencers are categorized into 4 main types: taste, lifestyle, punk, and skin. Taste influencers focus on food and fashion. Lifestyle influencers, like Carissa, sell aspirational experiences. Punk influencers promote fitness and well-being, while skin influencers thrive on beauty and provocative content. At a meeting, Carissa shares her motivation: clearing her family's $400,000 debt. Jack, taken aback, admits she'll need 1 million followers to land such lucrative sponsorships. Currently at 18,000 followers, Carissa faces a daunting challenge, but Jack assures her he'll help her reach her goal. The stage is set for a journey into the glamorous yet perilous world of influence. At the meeting, Jack returns everyone's phones and instructs them to take as many pictures as possible. As lifestyle influencers, they need to showcase their experiences, but he warns them to avoid trouble, especially from a gang known for wearing red bandanas. Later, on the beach, Jack fulfills his promise to help Carissa gain more followers. He takes a picture with her, tags her, and offers words of encouragement. During dinner, Fiona reminds everyone to take photos of their meals for their fame pages. Carissa, about to say grace, feels awkward seeing everyone engrossed in taking pictures. Jack notices her discomfort and smiles, clearly charmed by her sincerity. That night, the influencers party like there's no tomorrow, taking pictures that Fiona approves before posting them online. Sponsored drinks are always front and center in their posts, ensuring the brands get maximum exposure. The next morning, Carissa wakes up with a pounding headache. Miami, ever the charmer, takes her to a local restaurant with Jenner to help her recover. While they're eating, the Red Bandana Gang storms in, demanding taxes from the owner. When the owner can't pay, chaos erupts. Jenner, unable to stay silent, punches one of the gang members, escalating the situation. Jack arrives with his guards just in time, confronting the gang leader. Jack warns him to stay away, but the gang leader scoffs, pointing out they're on his turf. Tensions rise as Jack promises dire consequences if they cross paths again. Back at the villa, Jack angrily reprimands Carissa for wandering off. He tells her it's unsafe, and without the tracking wristband, they wouldn't have found her. Carissa realizes Jack genuinely cares, and he admits that while the influencer world is full of fakes, he sees something real in her. The next day, the CEO of VIP, their sponsor company, arrives and announces a competition to determine the new face of the brand, with a $500,000 reward. The catch? Only influencers with over 1 million followers are eligible. Carissa feels disheartened, still far from the mark. Fiona, seizing the moment, pulls Carissa aside and warns her to stay away from Jack, claiming he's hers. Another influencer overhears and tells Carissa the truth. Jack and Fiona broke up 2 years ago, and Fiona is just jealous of Jack's growing interest in her. That night, Carissa receives a distressing message from her sister. Their dad has taken the warehouse job, and his back pain has worsened. Filled with determination, Carissa vows to secure the sponsorship and pleads with her sister to stop their dad from working. Desperate for advice, Carissa turns to Miami. He suggests she embrace a more daring image, taking her shopping for body-revealing outfits. Carissa reluctantly agrees, and soon her follower count soars to 400,000 as she attends more parties and posts glamorous pictures. But when her younger sister likes a risque photo she posted, guilt overwhelms her. Carissa deletes the post and confides in Jack, admitting this isn't the life she wants. She even considers quitting altogether. Their world is suddenly shaken when the villa is attacked by the Red Bandana Gang. Security quickly subdues the intruders, but the gang leader reveals he came specifically for Carissa. Fiona, stepping up, knocks him out and warns him to stay away, asserting their dominance in the area. Soon after, the police arrive, investigating the disappearance of Jane Pfizer. Chloe, visibly shaken, denies knowing anything, though her guilt is evident. The officers warn the influencers to stay vigilant and report anything suspicious. Later, Jack takes Carissa to a secluded beach. As they begin to grow closer, Carissa reveals it's her first time. Shocked, Jack pulls away, muttering about not being able to continue the charade. He leaves abruptly, leaving Carissa confused. Meanwhile, back at the villa, Chloe breaks down. She reveals to Fiona that Jane didn't leave willingly. She was abducted. Chloe admits she only came to Thailand for the promised sponsorship deals, but now regrets it all. To keep Chloe silent, Daniel, a powerful figure behind the scenes, wires her $1 million and tells her she's free to leave. Jack storms into the villa, announcing he's done working for their mysterious sponsor after learning about Jane's abduction. His declaration sets the stage for a dramatic confrontation, as the influencers must now face the harsh reality behind their seemingly glamorous lives. Fiona reveals a shocking truth. Everything was orchestrated to clear Jack's gambling debt faster. The missing tourists? Sacrifices to pay off Jack's dues. It turns out Jack had been luring influencers under the pretense of sponsorship deals, only for them to be auctioned off to wealthy individuals. Daniel pays Jack $1 million but warns him to stay away from Carissa, as he has plans for her. Guilt-ridden and overwhelmed, Jack decides to tell Carissa the truth and escape together. When Carissa presses him for answers, Jack confesses his dark past. During his gambling addiction, he lost millions and borrowed $4 million from Daniel. After losing it all, Daniel nearly killed him, but decided to spare him because of his fame. Wealthy clients paid Daniel for access to Jack, and once Jack satisfied them, Daniel cleared portions of his debt. Jack met Fiona in a similar predicament, indebted after her failed clothing brand. Together, they began luring other influencers to repay Daniel. Everything spiraled out of control when Jane was abducted, and now Jack fears the same fate for Carissa. As they talk, chaos erupts in the villa. Influencers are dragged from their rooms by Daniel's henchmen. Jack and Carissa plan to escape, but Carissa refuses to leave without her friends. They search for Miami, but can't find him. Meanwhile, Jenner, who's been captured, overpowers his captors and joins them. Chloe, despite being offered $1 million to leave, is also taken by Daniel, who scolds her for not leaving when she had the chance. As the trio attempts to flee, Daniel shoots Jack in the leg and captures both Carissa and Jenner. Miami, hiding nearby, is discovered. Daniel reveals he's been keeping Miami in line by threatening his younger sister, Felicia. Fiona injects the captured influencers with a substance to knock them unconscious, leaving Jack to wake later. She professes her love for Jack, insisting they could live freely now. Jack, uninterested, demands to know where Carissa is and reminds Fiona that their relationship ended years ago. At an auction house, the influencers are paraded in front of wealthy clients. Kim Credible, a skin influencer, is sold for $3.2 million, while Jenner is auctioned off for $4 million. The influencers are blindfolded and taken to a yacht, where Daniel prepares to exploit Carissa. Just as he's about to act, he's interrupted by his henchmen. Carissa uses the distraction to prepare a counterattack. Jack sneaks into the room to help, but Carissa mistakes him for Daniel and attacks him. Jack clarifies who he is, and Carissa embraces him in relief. Daniel re-enters, and Jack attempts to fight him, but is overpowered and knocked unconscious. Just as Daniel prepares to finish Jack, Carissa grabs a gun. Instead of shooting him, she knocks him out with it. Carissa hurries to free the others. She finds Miami, who is moments away from being exploited, and helps him escape on a lifeboat. She returns to rescue Jack and the remaining influencers. As they're cornered by Daniel, who vows to end Jack for betraying him, the Thai police arrive, led by Miami, who had sought help earlier. Daniel and his men are arrested, though he promises Jack he'll return for revenge. Chloe breaks down and confesses Jane Pfizer's abduction to the police. She's informed she will need to testify. Carissa worries about her family's farm, but Jack reveals he secretly wired her $1 million during the chaos, ensuring they'll keep their home. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Carissa hugs him tightly. In a heartwarming twist, Jenner and Kim Credible confess their love for each other and vow to leave the Fame app behind to start a family. To capture the moment, Carissa takes a group picture and tags her sister, Charlotte, whose excitement knows no bounds. 3 months later, Carissa is back on the family farm, debt-free and happy. Miami moves into a new house with his sister, while Jenner and Kim Credible enjoy life with their newborn daughter. Just as life seems perfect, Carissa receives a mysterious message from Fiona. Would you like to know the whereabouts of Jane Pfizer? Did you enjoy the recap? Please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated next time we drop. Thanks for watching.